Tuggy said way. Hackney me born and that's where me come from. From me little me a grow round gunman. Violate Tuggawar, you is a dumb man.
So Venom in the building, and right alongside me right now, I have a very special guest inside, Tuggawar himself. What go on, sir?
For days! Done the whole freaking argument. Big up my brother, man. What go on, family, man. Big up yourself, Sir Venom, man. Good to be here, man. Good to be here.
It's good to have you, bro. It's been a hot minute still.
It's been overdue, you know, bro. Well overdue. This is a well overdue interview. I've been looking forward to this one. We've been talking about it for a long time. You know, so it feels right. It's exciting. I like it. Flames Radio! Walk on at them! Big up Big Juice in the building. Tall Man. Slum Life. Tug Movement. Stunk Gang.
So what go on, sir? Since the last time we spoke,
it
must have been about what? A good 3, 4, maybe even 5 years.
The last interview, Venom.
When was the last interview? Boy, that's what I'm trying to think right now. I can't even remember.
The last interview was when?
A long time.
I remember doing it, but it was more than 3, 4 years ago, you know, Venom.
Trust me.
It's more than 3, 4 years ago. I can't remember the studio as where it was.
I think them times, well, we're not talking the things then, but yeah.
It
was a while ago.
Yeah, it was a while ago, for real. Overdue. I think it was like around the time I had the Anything Me Say Hello mixtape out. I think like after the For Days album, and we had the Anything Me Say Hello mixtape out. I think around them time there.
Yeah, probably about them time then.
Yeah, for real.
So right now we're going to go back even further, right? We're going to talk, right now, during this interview, we're going to go through the whole Tuggawar story.
Wow.
For those that don't know.
Wow, big up. I don't know. Locked on right now, everyone. Instagram Live. Big up right now. This interview is monumental. This interview is epic. This interview is part of history.
Trust me.
Anyone who don't get it live on the radio, it's recording right now, so it's going to be uploaded on YouTube.
Big up to everyone that's watching the live stream on flamesradio.co.uk as well.
Right.
Streaming live all around the world right now.
Yes.
See the camera up there? Wave for the camera people there, man.
Flames Radio worldwide for days in the building. Big up.
Alright, so let's start at the beginning. It's always the best place to start.
Yeah, the beginning is a good place to start, for real.
So born and bred where?
Born and bred in Hackney. Born in Mother's Hospital.
Mad thing.
Yeah, born and bred in Hackney. Father is Greek Cypriot, and my mum is Irish from the Republic of Ireland.
So you have a nice mix.
Yeah.
So growing up in the household, what's your earliest memories, or your musical memories growing up in the house? What was playing in your household?
My dad wasn't a music man at all. So my dad wasn't really... When I was young, my dad didn't even know who Bob Marley was.
Okay.
Like, he wasn't a music man at all. So my mum is a big music person. So my mum used to listen to a lot of like U2, a lot of rock and roll, the Beatles. You know, my mum's got a big taste, a big wide range of music. She's very musical. My mum's side of the family, very musical. So I'd hear a lot of music played from my mum, because my dad never used to play none apart from when we went out to some Greek restaurants and would hear some Greek music. That was about it. You know, but my mum's a very musical person. It kind of runs on my mum's side of the family. Rock and roll.
So what's your first recollection of reggae music?
Reggae music. Well, I'll tell you what, I fell in love with reggae music from a very young age, because I actually grew up next to a pub that played reggae music 24 hours a day. So I got used to the reggae music from... You
remember the name of the pub?
Yeah, it was called the Earl of Warwick on Victoria and Grove, where I grew up. So it was like a reggae pub. So I would grow up listening to reggae music all my life as well. You know, maybe not necessarily in my household, but like in my surroundings, and fell in love with it from a very early age. So I remember like being from like 8 years old, sort of falling in love with the sound of reggae music from that age, early school days.
So how old are you when you decided, well, not decided necessarily to focus on this music thing, but can you remember how old you were when you started to write lyrics?
Yeah, I started writing lyrics at about 14 years old. I'll tell you, the first people who I remember when I was in primary school. Remember Kid and Play came out, House Party.
Yeah.
And I used to do their rap. I used to be able to do their whole rap. That song that the Kid and Play song, I could do their whole rap from start to finish. And I used to actually rap it in school. And that was the beginning of me rapping. And then after that, I started writing. So I was a freestyler from primary school. People would gather around me and I'd just make up words on the spot and chat them in the class. But that was after the House Party movie came out, and we was all like obsessed with that, and I became a little rapper from then. And I was performing from primary school on stage in like performances, you know, like once a year, and when they give you like Christmas time where someone would do the performance, I would always sing the songs. I'll either sing Michael Jackson songs or something. So I've been performing from a young age.
So you would say probably the earliest influence on you would be hip hop then?
Yeah, my first influence chatting lyrics is hip hop. Yeah, it is. The first lyrics I used to write were like hip hop lyrics. Yeah.
So so obviously you mentioned House Party, Kid and Play.
Yeah.
So
you're going back. I'm taking you right back to the start now.
Yeah,
you know that.
That's where we want to start.
Yeah, definitely.
You understand? So you mentioned the House Party thing. So
yeah.
After that now.
Yeah.
So this was like what year roughly we talking?
What year did the House Party come out?
Well, you said you were about 14 in it, so.
Yeah, I was like 13, 14. I was really young. I was really young because it was around the same time I kind of. Maybe actually, you know what? Tell a lie. That might have been before. Because 14 I started like secondary school at 14, and I was rapping from primary school, so it's about 12 years old.
Okay.
So about 12 years old I started actually rapping. By the time I got to primary school I was rapping a lot.
So about 90, early 90s we're talking?
Yeah, early 90s, exactly. 90s. I think it was like 92.
92.
Yeah, around them time, maybe even before that.
Alright, so
91, 92.
Yeah, alright, so moving forward now.
Yeah.
What when was your first? Obviously, like I remember when I was young, I wrote everyone. I think everyone wrote a few bars, you know.
Yeah.
Maybe listening to pirate radio and hearing Wagwan and man would write a few bars and them thing there. So
yeah.
Can you remember how, where and when like was your first? When you actually performed your lyrics anywhere like live?
Wow, that's a good question. I think it was like house parties.
House parties. Yeah,
it was house parties because when that was like. When I got into secondary school, we'd be doing a lot of house parties. Like we used to go to a lot of house parties, and then I would be friends with the DJ. I used to go around my friend's house after school and hit whoever had the decks at their house, whoever had the turntables. We'd go around to their house after school and chat lyrics. You know.
So what genre are we talking? Are we talking about garage?
It was actually jungle at that time.
Okay,
the first time I started performing was actually jungle because that was the trendy music to perform on at the time. So jungle just come out. Jungle was like the hottest music on the block. So I used to perform to jungle tracks in house parties at like 14, 13 years old. And I remember like mashing up house parties like very young as well.
So what MCs do you remember that around at that time that maybe inspired you or that like...
Shabba.
What hot at the time?
MC Shabba.
Shabba D, big up Shabba.
Yeah. Flinty Badman. I used to listen to a lot of Ragga Twins, Navigator. They were like the local MCs from the manor.
So like listening to a lot of pirate radio.
Even MC Det.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like a lot of that sort of stuff. But like I grew up on sound tapes. So I listened to a lot of Smiley Culture, a lot of Saxon MCs. Even when I was MC in the jungle, I grew up on like sound tapes.
Okay.
So I've been listening to sound tapes from a very young age.
Okay.
So like all the Saxon tapes, all the Coxon tapes. So my main influence for chatting lyrics other than hip hop was the English MCs on the sound
jungle
systems. Not on the sound systems.
On the sound system.
But because jungle was the trendy music, like for someone my age to chat to at that time, that's what we was chatting to, jungle. But the influence of chatting was coming from reggae and hip hop.
Which is where jungle came from.
Itself, so. Exactly. So like, because jungle was the platform for me to be able to chat the microphone at the time. But the influence is coming from hip hop and reggae dancehall from a young age. So it was a house party thing, maybe a sound system thing. Yeah, I remember getting popular in house parties. Like just in the manner like as a local MC. Like I was called MC Tugboat.
Okay,
before
Tuggawar.
Yeah, I was people like my vibes. I used to go and mash up the house party. So I'd be going after mashing up one house party, you start getting invited to other house parties and start mashing them up until you became like some of the and until it came to the point when they see you in the house party, they know you're gonna mash it up. You know, so I built up a name like that even before I started doing radio. Hence the reason I started to do radio. Like by 96 I was on radio. Even before that, by 95, 96 I was.
What stations are we talking about?
I had a show on Kick FM 1995, 96.
Okay.
Which took over from Rush FM.
Okay.
So remember old school Rush FM 92.3 and the Kick FM took over and I had a show on Kick FM. I've done guest shows on Cool FM. After Kick FM.
So these times there, what DJs were you working with?
It was like, I remember my first show on Kick FM was for Red Ant. I used to MC for Red Ant. Remember Red Ant?
No, I don't remember.
Yeah, Red Ant, even Russia.
DJ Russia.
Like Vitamin from like loads of DJs. DJ Profile, Funky Flirt. Like all of these, most of the DJs that was on Cool FM and Rush FM at the time all came from the same area I grew up in. So we all knew each other. So it like Jungle, I could tell you like Jungle started in Hackney. Real talk, Jungle started. I like me, I tell you, Jungle started in Hackney. Jungle started in Nightingale Estate. Jungle started. Big up Russia, big up the foundation. Dicer them who start like them and they like started Jungle East man. You know what I mean? It started in Hackney, which is my manor. So I actually grew up amongst. I was growing up the time when it was forming. I saw it form. I saw Jungle start from nothing and turn until General Levy went on the TV. I like with Wicked, and it went number one. It was charting, and that was all while we was going to school. Yeah, like we was going to school at that time. But Jungle started from Hackney. So basically the whole Jungle fraternity, we knew them all because we all grew up in the same area. So we could be DJing and MCing for anyone. It was all like one big family them time. We could be linking with that one, going to this one's party, going to this one's show, and so on, you know. By the time Jungle and drum and bass sorted, Jungle kind of died down and it turned into drum and bass about 95, 96. And Garage came in. Garage sort of took over.
So you jumped on the Garage thing?
I jumped on the Garage. I'll be honest with you, I never was a fan of it. I was actually forced to jump onto it. I was never a fan of it. I didn't like Garage, to be honest with you. But it was the only platform for me because at that time because the Jungle thing was dying. I was getting blackballed from going on the stations I wanted to go on to at the time. Like I was getting blackballed from going on. I wanted to go on Cool FM at the time, in the truth.
So why were they blackballing you?
Why were they blackballing me? I was getting blackballed from people around me. There's a lot of bad mind in the industry. I was getting blackballed from people, you know, didn't want to let me like on the station. You know, this is like, I remember these things, you know what I mean? No, they didn't want me to let me on Cool FM. I remember I'd done a demo up DJ Bandit's yard, and I sent it in, and they denied my demo, said I sound too ragga. That was their excuse. They said I sound too bashment-y, and they don't need no more of that on the station right now. So like I got turned down from having a show on Cool, and then I ended up going on Freak FM doing a garage show, and I had a little hip hop show during the week as well with a couple other guys. Yeah.
So that was mad. So you're saying, so right now we've reached what, 95, 96. What was the next step in the Tuggawar journey?
The next step in the Tuggawar journey from that, honestly, by the time I got onto Freak FM, I was very popular. I was very popular. I was in a little crew. I was like the top MC in the crew. I was buzzing, and we recorded a record. We recorded a record called "Are You Ready for the Way Too Now?"
So you mentioned the crew. So what was the crew? Who was the crew?
The crew was called Way Too Nang.
Way Too Nang.
Yeah.
And that consisted of
me, Selector Dark, who was called MC Dark at the time.
Well, he used to MC, yeah?
Yes.
Okay.
See, the name Dark came from the MCing. He was MC. So it was MC Dark originally.
I only know Selector Dark. I don't know MC. Okay.
He turned into the Selector in years to come.
Yeah.
So he used to spit with me on the mic.
Okay, so it used to be you, Dark.
Yeah. And another guy called Philly. And Dark's brother called Easy Rider was the DJ.
Okay.
So Easy Rider was the DJ. And the other three of us were MCs. And we called Way Too Nang. And we recorded a song called Are You Ready for the Way Too Nang? And it made a bit of a noise at the time. It made quite a bit of a noise.
If I dig that one out there, you know, where there? You have it?
You know what? I don't even know where it is. I haven't even got a copy of it. It's funny because Big Juice even asked me if I had it the other day, innit, Juice? I haven't got a copy of it. This is like a record from 1997.
So you got vinyl pressed and everything?
It was vinyl, yeah. It was only on vinyl. This was vinyl pressed. Like we had it on. We had a little label. We was put it in the shops and that. But it was kind of very short lived. It was a short-lived band because we all fell out. We didn't last long.
What genre was that?
They was garage.
Garage.
Like, and I was like this bashment rapper trying to fit into this garage scene. It wasn't working really, you know. Like the only thing is we had a show on a Tuesday night called a hip hop and bashment show where I'm more fit in, but they kind of, you know, the station was garage orientated. I didn't want to do garage shows. That wasn't myself. So it kind of, it finished just before I went to Jamaica. Believe it or not. Yeah, so like I split up with the crew. And I think I was a very wild guy in the station. They banned me they kicked me off the station. They kicked me off the station, you know that? Julio and the rest of the owners up there, Robert, I'm actually friends with them now. But I used to go mad at them because I used to have this show, a Tuesday show where I used to do the hip hop and the dancehall. We used to call it the high grade Alizode show. I got up there like half out to high grade, bottles of liquor and fucking drink and drunk and everything. And I got a bit like, I used to get loud. I was very aggressive. I was young and wild. I mashed up the studio one night and they threw me off the station. So I got banned from the radio station. I was custom management. Cool. I got a bit drunk one night. And that was my radio station career with Freak FM over. One mad night up there. I mashed up the whole studio. Mad.
I'm glad you're drinking coconut water tonight.
Yeah, I'm calm today. Don't worry. Flames FM, you're alright. Don't worry.
You know what I mean?
Just the t-shirt I got on now. We're good, man.
So you mentioned Jamaica now. So what year did you first go to Jamaica?
All right, Jamaica. I flew to Jamaica the year 2000.
2000?
Yeah, the year 2000 I flew to Jamaica.
The first time. That was a holiday, yeah?
Yeah, I planned to go for 2 weeks, yeah.
Okay. But that 2 weeks kind of turned into a little more.
Yeah, very much more. Yeah.
Very much more. So you went to Jamaica on holiday?
Yeah.
Just you?
No, me and my ex-girlfriend and actually her sister.
Okay.
And the sister's child.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it was just a holiday?
It was a holiday, yeah.
But it didn't really plan out?
It didn't plan out as a holiday, to be honest with you, no. It'd be a holiday that I'll never forget for the rest of my life. I booked a 2-week holiday, and this 2-week holiday turned into like years of crazy, like unbelievableness. Unbelievable.
A blessing in disguise, basically.
Huh?
A blessing in disguise.
Yes, very, very. Everything happened for a reason. Everything happened for a reason.
Talk us through it then. So you went to Jamaica on holiday.
Yeah. Well, basically, I went there for 2 weeks. I was staying in Spanish Town with my ex-girlfriend, and I didn't go there to try to smuggle weed, but I ended up trying to take a little risk when I was on the way home.
You know how it is, you go out there, you see how cheap it is, it's a blows and skirts.
Exactly. And I used to sell weed.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at all this cheap weed in Jamaica thinking, oh my God, you know how much money I can make from this if I take it back to England. So I tried to smuggle £6 back. In 2 Easter buns. Now if I got this £6 in the country, this is £30,000, you know?
Yeah.
It was good. It was like, so I was thinking, it's worth it.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
The risk.
So I said £6. I tried to bring it over. I hid it in 2 Easter buns. I don't know if you're familiar with the Jamaican Easter bun, the bun and cheese. I actually opened the box, comes in a box. So I opened the box, I cut off the top half of the bun, and I put £3 in each bun.
How many buns?
2 buns, but I had the whole suitcase full of buns, so they couldn't find. Because you don't want them to fight. You see if they're gonna look. You want to put some real ones there.
Yeah.
So they can pull out 2 real ones. I said, nah, man, good man. I just put it back and throw them off. You know what I mean? So, because when I flew back, they actually caught me. I had 3 suitcases. I had 2 suitcases of clothes. Big suitcases, you know, you could imagine. I went with a woman, so you know I didn't carry all heap of things. So I got 2 big suitcases of clothes and 1 suitcase of food. You see the suitcase of food? That's right there. So, but you see in the suitcase of food now, I'm trying to hide it up with wally things. So I put June plum, because June plum stinks. And all of these smell. I was going down the market in Jamaica asking for the most smelly fruits. I didn't even want to eat them. I just said, which one smell the most? Believe me, I just going for the smelly fruit then.
To try and mask
up the weed smell in this thing here. Because we have throw off dog everything. We said me have 1 bag of thing me I do for throw off the dog them, and I don't care now. They don't. So we put everything in this. In this case is buns, oranges, fruit punch. This, you name it, it's in there. 1 bag of fruit, all sugar cane in it. Everything in it. So I'm queuing up now. On the way back thinking, Gatwick, here I come. 30 grand up now, you know that. You see me? I'm back in London, I'm the man. Great. Send me troops. So here I go on. Queuing up. You have to take up your fucking case and put it on the table and they search your case. So as they're searching my case, first guy searches my case, takes it, right, so they finish with the clothes, there's nothing in the clothes anyway, they pack back up the clothes, and then they get to the case with the food, so they put the case with the food on the table, like this table here, and then they're going through, they picked up the bun like this, man. Imagine this is the bun, they picked up the bun and the first guy felt the bun, you know, like that, and imagine this is the bun. And put it to the side like that, and put it back in the case, and zipped it up. And I said, yeah, home run. We're good. I said to myself, fuck at them, because I think that's it, we're going clean now. Gatwick alone me have to worry about it. I walk through that. You get me? So big bad and serious now, I think I'm through. But there's a mad queue still, so if they've done search me, they're searching the next person now. Fuck that, it's not even 5 minutes, they finished searching my cases. Not even 5 minutes pass, and someone come and tap me on my shoulder from behind. And I turned around and it was like it didn't look like a regular police, it looked like a detective. She was a bit older and she had some badges and her clothes were different colour and she looked serious. And she said to me, excuse me, I'd like to search your case. And I says, my case just got searched. The man just searched my case. What do you want to search my case for? He says, no, I know. I want to search them again. I'm thinking, what the hell's going on? So the woman picks up my case and she's done the whole thing again. Apart from her now, she's going harder than the first person that searched. She's got an ice pick. She's got an ice pick, yeah? And she's going through the clothes with the ice pick. She starts on the bags of the clothes. She picks up the shoe. Bang! She's stabbing shoes, socks. She's destroying my clothes, fam. She's digging out my clothes, everything. Bah, bah, bah. I'm thinking, to how she's searching the clothes, I'm thinking that I'm in trouble. I can swear, innit? I'm fucked. Do you get me? Like, real talk. Man's fucked. I'm thinking, how she's searching the clothes. When she gets to the bun, gonna be on top for man. So she gets to the fucking bag with the bun and the food in it, and she gets to, imagine this is the ice pick, and she's getting like, you know, I had loads of little buns, I had small buns in there as well. Bang! She's destroying the buns. Stab it, I swear to God, fam. Oranges. Bang! June plum. Bang! Everything got stabbed. I'm seeing dew plums squirt everywhere, oranges squirt everywhere, mud.
So by the way she's going on, it's clearly like she had a tip off or something.
Yeah, that's what it looked like to me.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
That's what it sounds like. But I'll get to that in a minute.
Okay.
Cause I actually thought the same as well, and I wanted to know what's really going on. So when she gets to the one with the weed now, obviously she's just gone bang and put the ice pick straight through it. Ice pick with, and it buck up in the weed. And she pulled it out. She couldn't even get it out. Like, you know, she's trying to pull the ice pick out. The weed's so gummy, it's stuck. Everything else got stabbed cool, you know. Everything else like bang, bang, and all the juice busts out, and the ice pick's cool, it's still going. See when it went in the weed? It's stuck in the weed, so I see her take it out. One bag of gum and weed, I drop out. She said, "This is country, man. You're under arrest." I said, "No way." So as she's walking me off to the police department in the airport now, that's what I wanted to know. I says, what made you want to search me again? First I was trying to, but I said, can we sort this out? We can go to the Western Union now and sort this out. She says, no. I'm a person, the Lord told me you're carrying drugs. She started giving me some Christian talk and that. I thought, you can't bribe her. She was one of them officers you couldn't bribe, you know? But I said, all right, at least do me this then. Tell me why you decided, since you're not taking a bribe, at least tell me why you decided to search my cases again. And she says, because when I saw your girlfriend's face, I knew you were carrying something.
You're saying the girlfriend's face looked guilty?
Yeah. It was a black girl, but she looked white in the airport. No, real talk. Ghost. She made me a bit uncomfortable. I noticed that from the start, but I just kept it moving. You get me? So I knew she baited it up. She baited it up big time. But boy, that's it. Everything for a reason, though. So that was the start. That was the end of a holiday. and the start of something totally different.
So obviously you got found guilty trying to smuggle weed.
No, I went guilty.
Oh, you pleaded guilty?
Yeah, I pleaded guilty. That was the mess up thing. Like, they tried to make me get a lawyer and pay money. They wanted me to pay £1,500 for a lawyer, you know.
Okay.
And I'm thinking, why do I want a lawyer to tell you that I'm guilty? I can do that myself. I'm gonna pay you £1,500 to tell the judge I'm guilty. Yeah. You're having a laugh. They say, no, if you paid the thing, the lawyer's friends with the judge and they might work something out. I said, get the fuck out of here, man. That was sort of places. Hey, what the hell's going on? And I ended up arguing with the lawyer, arguing with everyone. So by the time I got in the courtroom, I get to find out the lawyer was friends with the judge.
Okay.
Oh, I'm bag of corruption. They went hard on me.
So you got found guilty. So how long were you sentenced for?
A year! 1 year! They gave me a year. That's when I nearly fainted in the blood clot court, you know, because I wasn't expecting. In a real life, let me tell you why I decided to smuggle £6 of weed. Like, £6 of weed it's worth a lot of money over here, but it's not a crazy amount. You know, it's not a crazy amount like that. Like, when you're smuggling weed, they smuggle it from 10, 20, 30, 50 pound, even tons, you know. Like, £6 of weed is not a lot of weed. It's kind of, so I thought I was going to get a slap on the wrist and sent home. I actually never thought I would do a sentence for it. Because I thought, what's £6 of weed in Jamaica? Nothing. £6 of weed is not a lot of weed. So they set an example with me, because I know people that got nicked with more weed and done less time. They made an example out of me. Because I thought I'll pay a little fine and fly back home. Because that's what it means. Fine, like, and then send you back on the plane. That's what I was looking for. I was like, alright, cool, just 5 minutes to be my yard. When they say, no fine, you're doing a year. That's why I'm in the court thinking that, you know. But the judge, like, they told me the judge that I got, he don't like drug cases, so it was on top for me.
Okay.
Yeah. So that was the start of a whole different adventure.
So where did you serve your time in Jamaica?
Spanish Town Prison.
Okay.
Spanish Town Prison. And I done 8 months. But then I paid £1,500 fine and got the 8 months cut down to 6 months.
Okay.
So it's fine and confined. If I didn't pay the fine, I would have to do, because you have to do 3/4 of the sentence. Like out here, you do half, innit? In Jamaica, you do 3/4. So if you get a year sentence, you have to do 8 months, not 6.
Yeah.
You get me? But I end up with 6.
So tell me about the time you spent in Spanish Town Prison. Now, how, like, obviously we hear stories over here about Jah Cure done bring out a tune, Prison on a Bed of Rose and all these things. So how is prison? How is Spanish Town Prison?
Desolate. Desolate, very desolate, very, very rough, toughest living conditions I've ever experienced in my life. Very rough, very, very rough. Desolate.
Walk us through your first day, walking in there. Like how much of a culture shock was it?
Wow. You know what? I grew up around Jamaicans all my life, and good with patois. So I think I had a little bit more of an advantage to like the average white man in there. You get me? But still, it's a lot to get. It's a lot to get used to. It's a lot to get your head around. You know what I mean? I did, first of all, I did 2 weeks in the jailhouse downtown Kingston, and I was like no sunlight for 2 weeks. So that was bad enough before they moved me to the prison. And by the time, when I got to the prison, I thought it would have been a bit. Like, at least I can see some sunlight now. Cause I was like locked away for 2 weeks. No sunlight. No light. My eye them. So when they let me out the prison truck, it took me 20 minutes, half hour to get used to the light again. Cause you're like this, like a blind dog, I look up on the sun. You get me? So the first day in the prison, I was getting prepared for it. The 2 weeks that I was spending in the jailhouse, they was telling me what the prison was like, and I was speaking. I made some friends in there, and they were letting me know what to do and what not to do, you know. And so I was preparing myself for it. The 2 weeks in the jailhouse, and anything could have been better than the jailhouse because I didn't see no sunlight, and I'm just stuck in a one little place. Like, so anything must be better than that.
Yeah.
But it's crazy. It's crazy. So the first day in the prison, it was like it's a whole. The whole first couple weeks is crazy, just to get used to where you are and the surroundings, you know. It's very intimidating. You don't know no one, you know what I mean. people get hurt in them places for the smallest of things, even for no reason. Even someone could be totally innocent and don't do anything wrong and still get hurt. You know? So it's like you have to tread very, very carefully. Very carefully. And two things I tell you, like the number one rule I learned in there is use your eyes and your ears a lot. So you listen and you watch a lot. You see your mouth, use that as less as possible. You get me? Because your mouth will get you in trouble in there. You get me? So you use your eyes and your ears and use as less as your mouth as possible. It's like, it's mad in there, man.
Sounds it, boy.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. Like, there's no water in your cell. There's no toilet in your cell. The prison food will make you diarrhea and vomit. Like, it's designed. It's sad to say, but the whole prison's designed to make the people kill each other. Like, you're gonna be in there. It's like designed to make people just turn on each other. Two things keep people sane in there: music and weed. And if you don't smoke weed, it's only music. That's the only thing keep you sane in there: music and weed.
So you had the music
and the weed. Yeah.
So you said the music. So what kind? Like you mentioned, said it's the music and the weed, and obviously coming from England.
Yeah.
Being an MC over here, over there.
Yeah.
I remember talking to you on many occasions, and you told me that the fact that you could chat lyrics, kind of saved you in a way.
It did
in the prison.
Yeah, it did.
Talk to me about that.
It did. All right. First couple of weeks in the prison, really rough. Getting used to the place. I was fortunate enough to have a friend from Hackney. Big up Dan Man, who was my dad's friend as well. And he was locked up. He was locked up on my section, and he actually made it possible. They were going to put me in another section. He paid off the warders. They had me. I was in the Daily Star. I was in on the newspaper in Jamaica when I got nicked. You know. Yeah, they had my name, everything, address, everything. No, in the Daily Star. You know. So you see, so he knew I was coming before I even got there. Okay. They were preparing for me. And I said, how did you know him? He said, you're there in the newspaper. Show me the newspaper. On page 2, big article. Nell feeds us, Nell feeds you. The whole address, the amount of the weed, him and the whole story was there in the paper. So like he knew they was gonna put me in Jah Cure section, which was called Grass. And he was in a section called South Block. And he paid off the warders to put me on the South Block section, which was a bad man section, very tough section, but at least he was there to kind of keep an eye on me and look out for me. Like, he cooked for me the first 2 weeks, because you cook in your cell, and he'd be cooking in like the cell down all the way down the hallway, and sending the food in a container with a piece of string to my cell, you know, for like 2 weeks. Like,
a friend, Dan Man.
Yeah.
So a little kind of like.
And I was lucky enough to have my ex-girlfriend, the girlfriend who I went over there with, she actually lived across the road from the prison. So visits was crazy for me. Like, they couldn't work it out. I was getting visits 5 days a week, and they couldn't understand how this white man's getting so many visits in Spanish Town prison. They didn't understand my girlfriend's across the road. So I was getting a lot of visits as well. So I was like looked after in that sense. Yeah. Yeah.
So talk to me about how you being an artist from here, an MC, how that helped you in Spanish Town.
Immensely. Immensely. When they realised that I was an artist and I was good at lyrics and I could chat, the respect in the prison just went
through the roof.
Through the roof. Yeah. Like, people was here. I remember I'm about 1 month in the prison. People don't give a shit about people in prison on shorts. There's people in there doing triple life sentences. There's people on death row in there. I was locked up with people. Like, I'm doing 6 months in prison. It's laughable to a lot of people in there. Do you understand what I'm saying? So for me to even make a name for myself doing such a small sentence in a short space of time, it was special. It was special. You know what I mean? Like, for all over, even to death row, you know. Like, I went to the death row section because that's to go and hail up some man them in death row. One day I get a message to go to check a man in death row, and I said, I gotta go death row, and you can't even go in death row. You go to the fence. You gotta chat to them through the fence. And one guy took me all the way to the other end of the prison to go hail up some of them. That's how much respect I was getting in the prison. And everyone's like, no one anyone trouble you? No one can trouble you. I was well looked after in there. Like when they found out I was an artist, I mashed up the stage show on Easter Monday out there. They done a big stage show out there. Jah Cure's in the prison, Zebra's in the prison. Alizode was there, but Alizode left the Saturday.
Okay.
So it was a shame because he would have mashed up the show, but I'm sure he didn't want to stay the extra 2 days.
For the show.
So
I'm sure I'd rather do Sting or something.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So explain to me, you talked about the stage show. Explain to me the stage show thing, because for some people they wouldn't understand that she had a stage show inside the prison.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. Like the stage show they kept in the prison is bigger than a lot of dances that people go to out here. Like unbelievable, like some real big. I'm talking about sound system like Stone Love, No Gyal, everything. No, we got the part from a few water, you know. There was one sexy water called Miss Mantle, you know. She locked me down every day, you know. I'm smoking a stick and she part sweet to me and everything, you know. And make me feel good, Miss Mantle. I remember the name. You get me? And Miss Mantle see me mash up the show, so a few female water them for impress still. So. But nah, everything, the prison had everything when it come to the stage show. I helped set up the sound because they got a music section in the prison. You can sign up to a music section. So like artists like Jah Cure, you have to be on long sentence though to get on the music section. I couldn't get on the music section because I went on a long sentence. But Zebra, Jah Cure, all them man, they sign up to a music section. So when we lock down half through the day, them man, they go to do music. And they got everything there. That's how hence he voiced the tune. Exactly, same way. They'll have the music section over there in GP, same way, exactly. And they got everything in that music section. Bass, guitars, drums, sound system, amps, microphones, you name it. There's nothing they haven't got. I'm talking, it wasn't just a dance, it was live bands. They rehearsed every day in the prison. And it was the wickedest, and you know, my brethren Dan man was playing bass. and I had two friends on the bands. Like the bands was tight. They rehearsed every day with Jah Cure and Zebra. Every day these bands rehearsed. So when it comes to the stage show now, we all carried the whole sound system over to side block. The whole band. Before the band started, we had a run with the records in it, and we all played the records. And I must have performed on that as well. But the main part of the show is when the band start, innit? So the band start now. 1,800 people in the prison, 1,800 people at the dance, all on my section. Like on the gym set, one little stand, and we set up like the stand turned into a stage. We had a stage and everything. Speakers sounding from like carnival set up. Real talk, fam. 1,800 people, Jah Cure and Zebra mash up the place. Everyone's going crazy. It was nice. Everything there apart from Gyal. You get me? And then because I was partying with Jah Cure and Zebra every day in the prison, chatting lyrics to them, when they was playing, I remember they was playing a Bob Marley with him and Jah Cure, and it was, you know, when like me as an artist, I'm at the side of the stage now, waiting for an opportunity, you know, because they're doing their big songs, and I'm just little nobody in the prison at the moment at that time, but they know I'm an artist and I was around them every day, so
and
they
you
know
got a couple lyrics,
and they know I got a couple lyrics.
Yeah.
So, well, I see a moment where they was playing the Bob Marley rhythm, Creeper. And it was like a moment, they just finished performing because they had a song called Under Psych Things I Got Under Quiet, Jah Cure and Zebra, the song that they performed together in the prison. Then they started playing Bob Marley. You know that moment where they don't know what they're doing, like they're just getting themselves together. It was a good moment for me. So as I stepped up on the stage now, Jah Cure had the microphone. Jah Cure said, "Come here." So he gave me the mic and I performed. I think Request to the Farmer or Give Thanks and Praise, one of them lyrics there that are in the prison, and flatten the whole place, mash up the whole prison with that lyric there. You get me? Everyone mash up the whole prison down to Sean Paul's father. This is how the story actually happened, because Sean Paul's father was on the other end of the prison washing his plates, because that's what you do when you get your little time out, you sell, you use it to go wash your clothes, your plates, whatever you're doing. He weren't interested in the stage show. He was at the other end of the prison washing his plates. When I was mashing up the stage, everyone's saying, "The white man, I mash up the stage! The white man, I mash up the stage!" Now, I'm not the only white man in the prison. So Sean Paul's father, he says he had to run to the stage to see which white man is actually mashing up the stage. The people are run around the prison and go mad in a family. So when he realised, by the time he got to the stage, I realised it was me. He was on the same section as me, same block as me, same floor as me even. It was 5 cells down from me on the opposite side. But I don't really talk to him before that. You're in prison. You could have been Michael Jackson's dad. I don't really care. That's how I'm saying. Yeah. So it's like, He come up to my cell after and said to me, "Man, you're bad, right?" And that's when we started our relationship. From there, so we started to get. He was getting released 2 weeks before me, and said, "Yeah, I want to keep you in Jamaica to work on your music career." And and he put me on the phone to Sean, and this. I thought he was all lies. So when he actually got released, I didn't think he was gonna phone me.
Okay.
And he did.
So you thought it was just...
I thought it's prison. No, there's a thing called...
talk.
Yes.
Prison talk.
Prison talk.
Yeah.
You got a thing called prison talk. You get me? There's a lot of that goes on.
When you get out...
Motherfuckers will say anything to you while you're there. They just want to get out, man. You know what I mean? They'll say anything just for the moment. You know what I mean?
He got released 2 years... 2 weeks
after Garth got released.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Garth was doing 6 weeks for some driving on a suspended license. And he got released 2 weeks before me, and he arranged with the immigration. We got Roy Francis Mixing Lab studio. Because he's good friends with Roy. He actually helped Roy build that
Sean
studio.
Paul's dad?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sean Paul's dad is good friends with a guy called Roy Francis, who owns a big studio in Kingston called Mixing Lab. And Roy arranged with the police and the immigration to keep me in Jamaica. So they actually,
they plan to send you straight home. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can't even get released from the prison without a plane ticket.
Okay.
You need a plane ticket. So I actually had to waste the plane ticket, and I still stayed in Jamaica because without a plane ticket, you can't even come out of the prison.
Okay.
You need a ticket saying you're going back to England. If you haven't got a ticket, they put you from the prison in remand. So you get released from the prison, and go to remand until the embassy finds you a ticket. Embassy will have your ass waiting in there for like 6 weeks, months. So imagine your sentence done now, but you ain't got a plane ticket home. So you get sent from the prison to the remand centre until the British embassy sorts you out a ticket. So I'm like, fuck that, get me a ticket, need a ticket. Because if you do without a ticket, you ain't going nowhere. Your sentence could have done till little more without a ticket. You ain't going home, fam. You ain't even coming out of the prison, you're still incarcerated. Imagine your sentence done, but you're still incarcerated until you can show them a plane ticket. And then the immigration come pick you up and take you to the airport and send you home. You get me? So man had to waste the whole plane ticket to even just get out of the prison. So I did have a ticket. The plane, empty seat, gone on the plane. My seat empty.
So right, you're released now. So obviously they've sorted out. So you're staying in Jamaica now.
Yeah.
So they've sorted out the immigration side.
Yeah.
So you're there working with Sean Paul's father.
Yeah.
And he sorted out a couple of things.
He did.
So what was the next step there? What was the next step?
He was. What the next step was? Sean Paul's father introduced me to Sean. Roy. I recorded my first song with Roy. Mixing Lab. A tune called Hot Girl. Remember Hot Girl, whatever, send them in any weather. On the Maca rhythm. Sly and Robbie met the rhythm. So that was my first tune I voiced 2 weeks out of prison. Mixing Lab. I remember recording that song. Roy Francis gave me the rhythm. And he put it on the radio as well. It got played on Irie FM. Gary G played it on Irie. It was a mad buzz for me. So from then I started linking with the artists. Sean Paul's father couldn't do that much for me, in fairness, apart from introduce me to people.
But he done what he could, basically.
He done a lot for me. He introduced me to everyone. He went out of his way to introduce me to him. Actually, in fairness, you know what? The first time I chatted the mic in Jamaica, do you know what he did? You know, he took me to Asylum. It was Black Rat. You remember it's called Black Rat? Black Rat. No. You remember Black Rat? Yeah. It was an artist called Black Rat at the time. He used to counter-rap Red Rat songs. He got killed not too long after I met him. The first dance I ever performed at was Black Rat's birthday party at Asylum. You know what? Sean Paul's dad took me to the dance. I didn't know anyone that time. I didn't know Lexus. I didn't know any artist at all. I didn't even know where Asylum. I didn't know anyone. I'm fresh out of prison. I just recorded a song with Roy, and I don't know no one. He took me to Asylum, and he took me in the dance up to the stage. He knew Black Rat and made Black Rat give me the mic and chat the mic in Asylum. So my first time I chat the mic, Sean Paul's dad took me into Asylum, the club, up to the stage, and get Black Rat. And then actually and from that day, me and Black Rat became friends. And then Black Rat got shot outside Mixing Lab 2 weeks later and dead. them kill Black right outside Mixing Lab, the same road where we used to go. Yeah, so that was the start, and from then, me and Sean Paul didn't really get on, which was a shame. But he was really busy. I wouldn't say we didn't really get on, but musically didn't get on. He was very busy. He was working on his Dirty Rock album. When I met him, he played me Get Busy before anyone heard it. I heard the whole album in his car. Or at least 5 of the main tracks. He had a promo CD from the album. The first time I heard, and all them tracks turned into hits. But me and him never kicked it off really. I got on better with his brother. Because Sean Paul's dad tried to put me in the studio with Sean, but because he was so busy, and I don't think
he was kind of focused on his album.
He was very focused on what he was doing at the time. So I was just hanging around Mixing Lab studio. That the only thing left for me to do was go back around the studio and meet people and see if I can voice on some more rhythms and whatever. So around Mixing Lab studio, that's where I ended up back around. Every day I'm in Mixing Lab, like religiously in that studio.
So what artists were around Mixing Lab them time there?
Everybody.
Everyone.
I remember like it was like, I remember the first day guy and I just see my idols rolling in, like, you know, like first one I see Anthony B pull up, and then I see Elephant pull up, and then I see Killer, I see Nicky Kachi, and then I see Harry Toddler, and then I see this one, and then one by one, like you're sitting in the studio and you see Tony Curtis pulls up, and then this one pulls up, and one by one you're seeing all your idols and favorite artists pulling up. I'm like, rah, yeah, this is the spot. That's when I knew I was in the spot. You know what I mean? I thought, yeah, I'm in the right place here. You get me? But I'm not the sort of person to sort of push myself up on people. So I'm very laid back. You know, I'm not that sort of guy. I like things to happen naturally. You know what I mean? So like these people are my idols, and I'm fans of them, and I'm very happy to see. But at the same time, I'm not the sort of person. I'm not that guy. So I was just being around it. I was happy to be around it. So I'm embracing it, taking it all in. You know what I mean? And then after about like, I was meeting other producers, started voicing in Mixing Lab again. I was voicing them, writing every night until I met Lexus. So Lexus saw me, excuse me, in Mixing Lab, just sitting down like I would be, writing lyrics or smoking weed or waiting to see a producer trying to get a chance to voice on a rhythm. And he come up to me and he says, because he must have heard my tune on the Macca rhythm, because he's on the rhythm as well, and because the tune got played on the radio, so he actually heard it. And he says, yeah, I like that tune that you voiced on that rhythm still. I said, respect. And he says to me, I got a rhythm I want you to voice on. And in my head, you know that, I said, blood car, Alexis, this, you know. Alexis, this, I give me a rhythm for voice. Like, cause he was like the young, he was like Kartel when we was young. Because he was like the young artist at Bust Food. You see me? So I was a big fan of Lexus. So he's coming up to me in the studio and say, I got this rhythm, I want you to voice. So I said, yeah, what are you saying? Of course, I want to voice. Give me the rhythm. You know what I mean? That's what the rhythm. And he says, what are you doing now? And I says, nothing. He says, come we roll. From that, jumped in his Jeep. Me and him, that's when we became friends. That same night, took me downtown Kingston, Stone Lovers playing near Jungle, right outside the KFC, outside. Called me up on stage. And that was the first stage show. Lexus called me up on first of many. Lexus hot at the time. Shows 7 days a week. Sometimes more than one show a day. And he took me every single show. Every single show. He took me and called me up on stage, and I did the job. I did my job. Every time he called me up on stage, I mash up the stage. And like, if you watch the documentary about me, even he says it, like within 6 weeks, I had the whole of Kingston saying, the white boy with Lexus, I mash up the place. The white boy with Lexus, I mash up the place. Real talk. Because he was hot. And he's taking me everywhere. I can't even count the amount of shows we used to do. We'd be doing 7 days a week. I performed in every crevice and corner in Jamaica, every gully, bang, everywhere.
So at this stage, are you Tuggawar now?
Yeah. I was Tuggawar from before I went to prison and everything, man. Yeah, man. Tugboat was in school.
Okay. So Tuggawar run in Jamaica right now.
Yeah.
So what year are we in?
2002. 202. This is like summer 2002.
So you're traveling up and down every stage of Lexus, one of the hottest artists at the time.
Yeah.
And then I think was it the same year that you performed at Sting? Or was it
same year. Same year. It was mad. Like Lexus was really proud of me as well, because you know he put his career not on the line, but you know when you put you know when like if you take an artist round with you all the time, if that guy don't deliver,
obviously at the time, it's not like he needed you.
Exactly. No one don't really want to see me; they want to see him.
Yeah.
Down to the point, even when we're going into studios, when producers are on his ass them time. The producers are on to him. They're phoning him every minute saying they want to voice you. So all the producers, like, we're going in studios every day as well, apart from the shows. We're in studios mile a minute. We're in about 5 to 10 studios a day. We're driving in and out of studios every minute. Do you understand what I'm saying? And every studio we'd go, apart from if it was a producer that I couldn't, or it was a bit of a different situation, if you understand what I'm saying, like Steely or one of them man there where you have to get to know them before you voice and everything. Most producers, he's going in there saying, voice Tuggawar first. Rhythm I play, but trust me, he's going in the studio and he's there and he said, play the rhythm. And he's negotiating with the producer. I pay him enough. So the producer, he's negotiating and he's saying, all right, while you're negotiating with me, voice Tuggawar. Voice Tuggawar. And every studio he went, he said, voice Tuggawar to the producer. And the producer had to voice me first. And he made sure, he said, have your lyrics ready, don't waste my time. Because I'll be voicing before him. So he's like, make sure you got 7 songs ready. Girl songs, God songs, gun songs, a mixture of everything. Have them ready. When it goes in the booth, find one to fit the rhythm and just voice it. Because you ain't got a lot of time. Do you know what I mean there? So I was like, don't worry, cool. And every studio we're going into, that's what's going on. He was like, voice Tuggawar first, voice Tuggawar. And I met Steely through him. I met the biggest producers in Jamaica through Lexus. And doing the shows as well. Like, he put me on stage with Little Kim. Me, him and Little Kim on stage, Montego Bay. That was a memorable night. Me, Lexus Bounty Killer. The first time you see Lexus the Bounty Killer on stage. I wish I had that footage. That footage epic. Matches laid, 6 o'clock in the morning. That was epic because Killer called me up. It wasn't even Lexus that called me up. Killer called me up on the stage. Which was funny because I was Lexus' artist. At the time, it was like, this Killer doing it to piss off Lexus. It was weird. But no, when I checked the tally now, Lexus obviously had to perform after me. Lexus ain't going to perform. So Killer was already performing. So obviously he calls me up, do my thing. And then the trio we had to put on stage one time. It was a funny moment because them two weren't talking. You get me? But Zeke's dance. And they couldn't mess around. They had to do what Zeke said. Well, not exactly like that, but they couldn't start no arms out sort of thing. You get me? So like, he put me on the format. The Jamaican audience got to know me very quick. Even on TV, he was on TV shows. He took me. Remember that TV show? He took me on TV interviews and everything. So in a hot minute, you know what I mean? It was like what you say. He was one of the hottest dancehall artists at that time, and he was pushing me really hard. And the Jamaican audience got to know me very, very quick. And I got booked for Sting, but I was delivering. You know, I was spitting. I was delivering. Every show I did, I never flopped at a stage show ever. Every show I shelled it down. Everyone, mash up every dance, every single dance. Hence why I got booked for Sting. Because within 3 months of me getting released from prison, I get booked for Sting, which is like a dream come true. You understand what I'm saying? 3 months out of prison, doing that, like, that's what I'm saying, that short space of time made that.
So you kind of got booked for Sting off your own back. It wasn't Lexus that hooked you?
Nah, my own back. Yeah, no, Lexus didn't help me out with Sting at all. Like, the following Sting, Lexus, I got booked for Sting twice in a row. Lexus wasn't on the second Sting. 2003, he wasn't on that one. He was on the 2002 one. Yeah, I got booked for the year after, he didn't. You get me? But like, no, it was off of my own back. He set the pace for me.
Yeah.
He introduced me to the crowd.
Yeah.
But off of my own back, I was getting, like, wasn't in no space of time. I'm getting my own bookings now. You know what I mean? We rolled in a crew. The crew was called CP Inc. at the time. But I'm a man. I'm very independent because even like he had differences with a few people that he wouldn't stop me working with. Like, he don't talk to Killer and them, but it didn't mean I couldn't go and do a stage show with him because he understands I'm a young artist and. Just because he's little musical pop, they got to think as an upper. You know what I mean?
No, it sounds like Lexus was like a real
Lexus,
man.
a real. Let me tell you something. Big up Mr Lex. Anywhere him there, a real brother. That I like my brother too. He's like my brother. He was like, he still is. You know what I mean? Like if I go to Jamaica tomorrow, nothing don't change. Like a man look after me like a little brother. He really, really looked out for me. You know? And we got on really well. We had a lot of fun times together. You know what I mean? That's the main thing. Like we had a lot of fun. Done a lot of music, a lot of shows. Yeah, a lot of fun.
What year was Kartel's birthday bash that you performed at?
It was January 2003.
2003.
Just after Sting. Remember Sting's on Boxing Day.
Yeah.
So like, remember, so I'm mashing up Jamaica all 2002 summer up to Sting Boxing Day and Kartel Sting January. So just like 2 weeks after Sting, because it's early January. So it's only 2 weeks after Sting Kartel's Bash. You get me? But it's counted as 2003 because it's obviously past.
Yeah.
You get me? But it's all in the same kind of space.
Makes sense.
Yeah. The Kartel's Bash was crazy. That was another like. It's mad because the performance at Kartel's Bash ended up being bigger for me than the Sting. Yeah. Funny enough.
So where was Kartel's career at this time? Obviously he's just starting out, but obviously.
Kartel, timeless. Up to the time. Timeless. Up to the time. First album, Green Sleeve. Just got his first deal with Green Sleeve. Just remember the first album when he had the baseball cap on. His introduction. Kartel. When Kartel first bust, Black Kartel. it was a great moment. That year was special. Now that year was special. I swear to God, that year was special because there was unity. If you look back on that show, all the artists, like after that year, everyone fell out. Everyone's beefing after that year. Like Assassin was on stage. Assassin was friends with him. Like Spragger's on. Remember he ended up in a war with Assassin and Spragger not too long after. Red Square War. That dance, they was all friends. Everyone was friends. It was nice. The stage show was unbelievable. It was unity. Beautiful. There was no animosity. As the next year, the vibe, the following year, it wasn't the same. Things had changed. You will even see it if you watch the footage. The vibe changed by the next year. It wasn't so funful. It was beefs had started. You get me? Disagreements had started, and the vibe started changing. Entertainment still great.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But like the 2003 Vybz Party was I think that's why that DVD went so global. That DVD went even bigger than the Sting DVD because of the vibes of the show. The vibes of the show was crazy, man. The vibes of that show was like second to none.
Right, now we reached the stage where you've mashed up Sting 2 years in a row in Jamaica. So 2003.
Yeah.
So what year did you return to England?
2005.
And why did you return to England?
I returned to England because of financial situation. My father was incarcerated.
Okay.
My father got incarcerated.
In England?
Yeah, in England. Basically, let me just tell you the real side of it. Like, I was in Jamaica for a long time. I was living a long time out there independently. Everything financed independently. You know? Papa War was selling weed mile a minute to make that possible. R.I.P. Papa War. Without Papa War, nothing. Let me tell you this now. It wouldn't have been no Jamaica for me. You get me? It wouldn't have been nothing. How me I gotta stay out there? Huh? How? Oh, you think Jamaica's a cheap place to profile in as an artist? You must be crazy. Do you understand what I'm saying? That Papa War made that possible. You know what I mean? And believed in me. From him, the minute he saw the first Sting poster, when he saw that's why he put the Sting poster up on the kitchen wall, and because he knew what Sting meant, just by all his Jamaican friends and being in the community. You know, he knew what it meant, and he believed in me 1,000,000%. You know, so when he got incarcerated, obviously I had to go back to England and sort out the business, and I was in the verge of actually losing my house and all sort of things. So there was a lot of stuff going on in my life, you know what I mean? But yeah, R.I.P. Papa War.
Definitely R.I.P. Papa War every time. Definitely. So coming back to, obviously you had to come back to England basically. Yeah. It wasn't through choice really.
No, it weren't through choice. To be honest with you, I could show you a picture when on the way back, you can see how sad my face was. I showed it to you the other day. Remember, like, it's a picture of me, Lexus, and
because obviously right now in Jamaica you're hot.
Yeah,
you're hot. Shows are coming in.
Yeah,
money's coming in.
Yeah,
everything's good. But unfortunately, you had to come back to England.
I had a record deal with Steely and Clevie. I had a record deal contract sitting in my apartment, ready to sign with Steely and Clevie.
Legendary producers.
Yeah, just put the rest of this up. Legendary. Like the Dr. Dre of dancehall. You know what I mean? That's the equivalent of Dre giving you a contract and wanting to voice you in the dancehall world. Steely gave me a contract. I'm just about, the Sleepy Dog rhythm.
Yeah.
He built that for me.
Mad.
That rhythm was built for a lyrics called Days Me No Sleep. Remember the lyrics, Days Me No Sleep? Days me no sleep, still about me high grade Guinness me a beat. 4 sexy girls jumping on me backseat. Before the
Steely and Clevie, that's the rule.
Yeah, you see me? This rhythm here, we sat down and he built it for the Days in the Sleep lyrics. I watched him build this rhythm here. And you know, it's crazy because me and him had a really good relationship as well. I voiced the demo in the studio. I was voicing in his studio. I voiced for Pepper. I'd be in his studio every day because, like, when Steely wants to give you a chance, that's like, he told me to turn up at the studio at 8 o'clock in the morning. You ever see me go studio 8 o'clock in the morning? Steely said, come to the studio 8 o'clock in the morning. Fam, me in Jamaica. Could you imagine after smoking about a pound of weed and how much drink from the night before? I woke up actually nearly every day, you know. And like, we became really good friends. He's a Vybz man. He's a Vybz man. And he actually died the year my dad died.
Mad.
So like not too long after my dad died, Steely passed away. Yeah, so I never got a chance to work with him. But like, that would have been, so yeah. It's history still. Definitely a piece of history. But yeah, I still got the Steely and Clevie contract somewhere in Jamaica.
Unsigned. So it's mad when you think about what could have been.
Yeah, because the way it was, I had to come back to England and, in a way, start from scratch. I felt to myself because, no lie, like man's a superstar in Jamaica. Everywhere I'm going, I'm a superstar out there. You know what I mean? And then I had to come back to England. I wasn't even used to going to the shop without people recognizing me in Jamaica. And I come back to Dirty Stinky England and go to the corner shop for cigarettes and the man just say, what do you want? You know the way there? I say, yeah, back to reality. You know the way there? So I had to start from scratch to even build up the whole sub, like, and that's all buying my studio out here, setting up the studio from scratch, learning how to set up the studio from my experiences with the likes of Steely and all the studios that I was around in Jamaica, and learned how to set up my studio. Set up my studio from scratch and started over here, started my own label, you know, and doing our own videos. And at the time Channel U was around and we put the singles on Channel U, and that's what started elevating me over here now, and started the Tuggawar buzz in the UK.
Yeah.
Because I was in the Jamaican community, massive.
Yeah.
But the UK is a big place.
Of course.
You know, and
it's a different place. Like you said, different. You have to kind of start from scratch and build up your name again.
Exactly, yes. You have to.
On a different scene. Do you know
exactly,
what I mean?
exactly. I had to do that. It's a whole different scene. And you know, it's my home as well. It is my home. So like, as sad as I was to leave Jamaica, I can't be that sad. I'm coming back to where I come from. You know what I mean? So I've had so at that time I was looking at it like, I've had the great head start in the music business, full stop. Because prior to going to Jamaica, how the hell does a half Greek, half Irish dancehall artist make it in the business? How?
Yeah.
How does that happen anyway? Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, so it's like it would just be a dream. You understand what I'm saying? Because it's not an easy industry to get into over here. To take up that, but you know what I mean? So it started in a very authentic way for me in Jamaica. You know, and so I took that as that's how I come back to England with that vibe. So, and started my whole thing, and you know, so I had that all that behind me. So I was very confident to step forward and start. And I'm very proud to even build it to where I am today.
Of course.
You know? I'm very proud to have done what I've done and kept relevant for so many years. I mean, Tuggawar is still relevant. Look on my t-shirt, man. Look on the t-shirt. See what it's in there, so? And some people say, oh, but how is he still relevant? Why? Why is this guy still relevant? He should have been gone a long time ago from the surf. No, because the greats is the greats, you know?
So you mentioned Channel U them time there, so
yeah.
Channel U was popping. So you had a couple hits. You had what was the first one?
Tuggawar. Yeah. Military rhythm.
Oh yeah, the military rhythm.
Yeah.
Big rhythm from back in the day.
Yeah.
So tell me how that tune came about and
that tune wasn't necessarily my favourite song, but it was. I'm quite.
It's like an intro tune.
Exactly.
That's what it is.
I'm my own A&R, and I always have been from day one. So even I'm how to market myself in the UK. So I'm fresh in the UK now, and I'm trying to market the brand Tuggawar. So it's like what he said. It's an introduction song, and I wanted to do what. Like Slim Shady's first song was Hi, my name is Slim Shady, and that got everyone to know his name. So I thought, you know what? So after I had this Tuggawar, so I was thinking, yeah, this is a good song, introduction song. It's witty, it's got character, it's sing-alongy, you know, and it can introduce me to the UK. And it did. Up to today, people say Tuggawar, women here, Tuggawar, and it's very catchy. It did exactly what it was supposed to do. It did its job, exactly, immensely. And the follow-up was even crazier. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. The follow-up was The Surf. And that was a crazy success. Like,
so tell me about the story about that tune now. Because obviously I think, you got the rhythm.
Yeah.
And then where did you get the format for the tune? Like, what was the thinking behind that tune? Like?
It was because of Flames. We got Flames Radio. Flames Radio. .co.uk. Stratford Rex was going on them time there. Club 19 was going on. Remember? Flames Hit Squad.
Yeah.
The dancing crew. Flames Hit Squad.
Yeah.
DJ Corey gave me the rhythm. Because Corey went to Jamaica and I hooked him up with the producer, a few people out there. And he came back with the rhythm and say, yeah, Tuggy, voice on this rhythm is hot. And then everyone at the time, because dancing coming.
Yeah.
Dancing's taking over. Elephants running the place with dancing.
With all the dances.
Like every dance you go with one bag of dancing songs. It's dancing. I've never been a dancing song man. I can't even dance. I can do my little boogie and thing, like, you know what I mean? But I'm not a dancer like that. You get me? So it's like people ask me. I remember even going into dances saying, and even like I had a lot of dancers who are fans of me. They said, Tuggawar, you know how to do a dancing song? And they genuinely want a Tuggawar dancing song because they love the dancing thing and they want one. And I was like, I longed it off for a long time. I was like, I don't do dancing. And then Corey gave me the rhythm and he says, do a song called The Surf. I said, how's The Surf go? And he says, yeah. And he explained the dance on the phone to me. And I what The Surf? So kuna mama! Bamba clock down now, no favor donkey! Hey! You think a normal white man this with me surf man? Ah! So The Surf, yeah?
So he was explaining to you the dance.
He explained to me the dance and I wrote it down on a bit of paper, Venom. And I thought, yeah, and I thought this is hooky. Remember Coco? Coco was in the yard with me. Coco was like, that sounds crazy. She liked the rhythm as well. And I made her engineer me quickly. I said, yeah, record this for me, babes. Run in the booth quickly. Everybody do this. It was half a joke, Venom. I wrote the song in 15 minutes. Quick. Like, quick. Went in the booth, recorded it. Rough mix. You know, them time that we have to press up CDs. So I must have done about 100 CDs. That's what I did. I done 100 CDs because you'd have to do a minimum of 100 to promote a shoot. So we'll do like 100 CDs and go Stratford Rex and Club 19 and give out the CDs them. And that 100 CDs never turned back, boy. Them 100 CDs done wonders. Because like the DJs got hold of the CDs and they started banging it on Flames. Because it had Flames' name was in the song.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So they started banging it in the clubs. Dirty Fridays, all of them things that was going on at the time. Flames pushed the song hard.
Yeah.
Corey, Face.
Yeah, everyone.
Mystic was pushing it. Everyone was pushing the song. So then, when it went on television, it's before the video.
Yeah.
Like the video, the song was popping off on the radio so much. It was like, wow, we need a video for this. And we need a video fast. Because Tuggawar done mash up Channel U. So I'm just thinking, damn, we need a bloody video for this ASAP right now. So we arranged the video shoot. Remember the video shoot? How can you forget the video shoot? I want to hear your story for the video shoot.
Nobody wants to hear my story for that one. I walked about 2 miles to get to this video shoot. All night I ain't found the video shoot yet.
I said, Venom, keep going.
These times there, Tuggy thought I was driving, you know.
Yeah.
And I'm on foot. He said, yeah, let's come to the seafront, turn left, and it's just down there.
Yeah.
So I've done that. Well, I'm on foot right now. He thinks I'm driving. So I'm walking 2 miles I walked to get to this video shoot. But yeah, so the surf video took off, Channel U.
Yeah.
Mad.
Crazy. That was sell-off. That was like
so
epic.
that tune opened a couple doors for you.
A lot of doors. It gave me a big audience, man. Like the kids loved it.
Yeah, of course.
When you get the kids, like the kids absolutely loved it. The record companies were after me. The song was hot. You know what I mean? And the companies after me for that one. The kids loved it. It was a win-win situation. Jetstar phoned me up and says, what sort of deal do you want? That's what they said to me. What do you want? I said, I want everything. I want publishing, I want merchandise, I want the lot. I went down there and I grew up buying Jetstar Records. You know what I mean? Jetstar to me, home of reggae music.
Of course, we all did.
It was actually called the home of reggae music. So
Reggae Hits Volume 1.
It was a little dream to get signed to Jetstar. I was like, yeah. So I took the deal and they put out the album. History in the making. History. It done crazy things. And then remember we came up with another banger. Come up with Tug Lovin'. I mean, after Surf we dropped London Anthem as well.
Yeah.
Like hits after hits.
Trust me.
Hits after hits.
What year was this? Now remind me.
2006. 2006. Yeah. Tuggawar came on the telly about January, February. We put Surf out May. And I had the record deal by August. I got signed August 2006. Jetstar gave me the deal and they released the album in 2007. June 2007. We worked on the album for a bit and they released it 2007. You get me?
So you had the one album on Jetstar.
Yeah. It was a 5 album deal.
It was a 5 album deal.
5 album deal. And every album, the advance was getting bigger and bigger. It was a nice deal until they closed down. like, could you believe it? It was a 5 album deal, man. You know what I mean? So it was disappointing. We done the first album was a big success. You know, but then it was at a stage where all the labels were going bust.
Yeah. It was that time, innit?
Yes.
Where the CD kind of... The MP3 came in. MP3 started to come in.
Some girl are pooping her AC in a Venom. We said...
So yeah, so this was obviously around the time when obviously the internet was coming in, MP3.
Yes,
so
yeah, the transition.
The record industry in
transitional
whole,
period.
Yeah. So a lot of labels are going bust and the money weren't coming in like it used to.
No. Jetstar was selling a lot of records.
Yeah, of course.
Even Smiley's record come out with Jetstar. They were selling thousands and thousands of records abroad as well. Like they was the main distributors of reggae music, full stop. So they were selling records like crazy. When records stopped selling, I don't think Jetstar knew what to do anymore. They didn't know what was happening. You know, they was very old school up there, and they didn't understand even the CDs that came in. They just about managed that transition, like when it went to MP3s. But that crushed a lot of record companies. Even the majors had to form together. You know, the whole situation, the whole consumption of music changed. it's funny. It's a transitional period. The whole consumption of music. You can watch that program called The Defiant Ones with Jimmy Iovine and Dr. Dre. If you watch that program, like even they talk about the transition where these guys, and they're like the big dogs in the music business, and they'll be making millions. And they see this transition happening, they'll say, well, we can't make the millions we used to make no more. They're not going to make the millions they made off of Chronic 2001 and Slim Shady first EP and Gwen Stefani's first stuff, or all the first albums they were putting out at that time. So even that, and this is like the big Interscope, biggest record company in the world. That's why he came with the Beats, the Beats headphones. That's what their new win-win situation was, because the new consumption of music, everyone listening to MP3s on small devices. They won by giving them the device to listen to it on. Because music now is like that no more.
Of course.
And that's what even keep Interscope alive. You know? So it's a transitional period that everyone transferred. But
and being like a small independent label, Jetstar was.
Yeah.
If you didn't like log on to the new technology, it was always going to be difficult.
It was
for them
to
maintain that kind of level. So it was just inevitable in a way.
It was sad because it was like a base for dancehall over here. Like if you had a hot song, man, you just drive to Jetstar and they'd help you out with it, man. I have to give credit to the people at Jetstar, Mr. Palmer, they helped a lot of ghetto youths.
Yeah, of course.
They put money in a lot of ghetto youths' pockets. You know what I mean? With that can't get nothing now. You know what I mean? A man used to be able to get a money for his album. Do you get what I'm saying? Man used to get a good money for his album or even his single. You know what I mean? I remember like even Crazy Frog, Ring Ding Ding, LOC, they sold loads with that. It was good money at them days. You know what I mean?
That was kind of the end.
Do you know my album is the last album Jetstar put out in sense of albums, apart from reggae hits and that?
Yeah.
Last album they put out is my album.
So it was unfortunate, but obviously that Jetstar went down. Then obviously you had to go solo, had to go independent.
Yeah.
So tell me about obviously starting your own label and these things there, and
that was a great part for me, you know, because like I learned a lot from Jetstar. I learned a lot being signed to Jetstar. I learned a lot. I'm very into, like even with my music career, I'm very into the production side and I get into the business side of things. So I learned the business at Jetstar. I was friends with a lot of people in the office at Jetstar. I managed to get their mailing list.
Okay.
So I got the whole mailing list, Jetstar's mailing list, and learned the format of how to release music and how to promote the music and get it to the right places, especially dancehall reggae music. And the format of doing it, and where it's all MP3 now, and I learned that okay, we got online distributors now, we got this, we got that, and I learned how to do things myself. So from the minute, so it's weird. I'll tell you that even after Jetstar was closed down, and people still thought I was signed just because you knew that as well. Like Tug Loving, I shot Tug Loving
by yourself, independently.
Independently, I put it on the telly. Jetstar was nothing to do with that. You know what I mean? They didn't shoot a video for me. So you see, down to that, I learned the whole process. So that was the point where they was going down.
Yeah.
By the time anything Mr. Law come out, they was finished. But I still looked like I was signed to them because of how I was running Tug Movements. And by then we were saying it was Tug Movements. From the minute Jetstar, from I left Jetstar, it was Tug Movements, and I felt more freedom. It was a very nice time for me because I felt like I haven't got to listen to, like, because one thing, you're a little bit restricted when you're signed to the labels sometimes, where they're trying to tell you what sort of songs to do. They don't want you to swear. And I can only be, you know what I mean? I can only be myself. If I want to express myself with swear words on a record, I feel I have to do that. Yeah. And if I want to talk about certain subjects, I want to do that. If I want to be controversial, I'm going to be controversial. And I don't want someone to change. I'm not going to... Jetstar tried to take the war out of Tuggawar a little bit. But I can understand because we're here to make money. So I know you're trying to make money. If you can make money, we're all good. Let's make money then.
Yeah, of course.
Do you understand what I'm saying? I was good at that. But when it all went down, I was like, no, let's get back to business. Tug Movements. And the Anything We Say, a Law album, mixtape, which was like an album because of how strong it was. Yeah. Was the start of that. Was the start of me. And people didn't know that. People thought I was still signed. People thought this label's still pushing him. No, I done everything myself. You know what I mean? Like, man pressed thousands of them CDs. I pressed so many thousands of the CDs. Anything Messiah Law CD.
Yeah, I remember.
Like, man shot the video for Anything Messiah Law. It was the most filthy song in the world. We cleaned it up and got daytime airplay. I mean, a lot of DJs haven't even got the radio with it for that.
Yeah.
They can't even play that daytime. We had that playing daytime on the telly. Promoting the album. Anything Messiah Law. Like, crazy. Crazy. And that was all independently. By then, I'm running my team by myself. Everyone thinks I'm still signed though.
So you're doing your thing. You're doing like stage shows, obviously, as well here.
Yeah, many.
Up and down.
Many.
There was one memorable stage show at Stratford Rex that go down in history.
Yeah. There's that big one. Yeah.
At the who was it? It was the Bounty Killer show, wasn't it?
Bounty versus Ninja.
Oh yeah, the Bounty and Ninja Man show. Where
Bounty versus Ninja Man
Tuggawar
show.
just.
It turned into Tuggawar versus Foley Dan. We got one down and you went there. You see me, we made history that night still. We made history that night. That will always be remembered. I think that's one of the more memorable moments in UK dancehall stage shows ever.
Trust me.
Yeah, that will be talked about forever. Yeah.
And it was just mad how it happened. It was all authentic and it was just real.
It was real. I mean, you know how real it was because, you know what I mean, people have to know. Anyone that don't know this, Sir Venom is actually my DJ as well. And he's been my DJ for many years, so he experienced this firsthand. Like, he went to the venue. We didn't plan that or nothing. It was an understage thing. It happens when you're under the influence of Hennessy and marijuana, and you got thousands of people in front of you. Anything can happen. You know what I mean? We went to the show together as friends, and he decided to, I don't know, he had a bit too much Hennessy to drink, and he put his foot out. And Fall react.
And he reacted.
He reacted, boy. He did.
So right now, what's Tuggawar up to right now, nowadays?
Nowadays, I'm going hard as ever, man. I just released the anniversary album of the album we was just talking about, the For Days Again album.
The 10-year
For Days, the 10 years anniversary of the Jetstar release from 2007, the original album. Which sold a lot of copies, all on CD as well. And because it was the 10-year anniversary, that got released 2007, and it's 2017. I thought, no, I want to do this anniversary album. And I was contemplating it for a few years, because I think sometimes it's kind of corny to say, not corny, but sometimes a bit too like, do you do a part 2 of one of your biggest albums? Like, it's touch and go. But I'm very happy with what I've done, hit the nail on the head. And this year's been an amazing year for me. I mean, we started off with like the white on white crime, which made a big viral noise for me around all over the world. You know, and it's created our own. Let me look here now. Go suck your mother. GSYM. I can say that, right? GSYM stands for.
After you said it about 10 times, yeah, you can say it. Yeah.
Go suck on the mama. That's my brand. Holler at us for the t-shirt. Look on the t-shirt right here. Holler at GSYM_merch. We got the t-shirts on sale, £15 a pop, 20 US a pop. They're going crazy over here. Big up Safari, all the way in America. Stunt Gang. You get me? This year we've hooked up with Safari. He's also featuring on the For Days Again album. You know, me and Big Troops, we're doing crazy things out here. Troops has got his mixtape coming out in a hot second as well. He had a remix of my hit single on the For Days album as well. People have to go and check that out, the For Days song. Yeah, check out the For Days song. So the single.
Tell them where they can get the album from.
The album's everywhere, man. Everywhere. Anywhere you listen to music is available. Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal, iTunes, YouTube, SoundCloud. You name it, it's there. Support the cause. Go and check it out right now, man. It's fire. For Days Again. But right now, I've been working on my new project, Venom. Because the For Days Again album came out the 18th of July. We've got a few videos released off of that. We released a single called Brocket. Released a single called Party Hard. I got a song with Safari on there. Big Troops is on the remix of the For Days song, you know. And I've got a new album where I'm dropping a Free the Hard Way, which I'm going to introduce to the world and tell everyone about now. My brand new project, which is called...
That me want to know. How you spell it?
NYANG.
What does it mean? Alright, there you go.
Like that's my saying. No, it's serious. It's not even a joke. It's serious here. Like if you know me good, if you listen to my songs, you hear me do a lot of that in the ad libs, even from anything me say hello, you know. We've been doing the nyai, you know, and it's been building up over the years, and now it's grown into other things as well. Cause you got the nyai, and then you got the nyai, and then you got the and then you got the nyai, and then you got it's different ways of doing it, but it's just called nyai. And it's serious, it's a vibe. You'll be doing it, like it's infectious. You'll be doing it to yourself. You'll be in the shower and you'll be going, yay!
No, trust me, I've been on the social media. I've seen people doing it already.
Trust me, it's infectious. So it's just like, even like, I don't want people to think that we're too, like we're vulgar. We're not. Even when you see me with this t-shirt that says "God suck your mother," I mean, it's an expression. It's a way of life. People say that when they're upset, but we're bringing a smile to people's faces. Before, if you say that to a man, it would mean we're very like you want to fight with someone by saying to that. We've made this expression acceptable. We've made this it's a way of life. You get upset, you just say that and get on with your day. Yeah. You ain't got. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's actually it's no different from F off. Do you understand what I'm saying? Just imagine a t-shirt saying fuck off sort of thing. It's the same sort of thing, but it's in a positive light here. You know what I mean? It's a positive way of doing things. Because it's not what you say, it's how you say it. That's why I say, go suck on a mama with a McDonald's straw. And if you can't find a McDonald's straw, you can get a KFC one. And there's Subway straws as well. But I don't recommend the pound shop ones because they can break while you're sucking your mouth. Be careful. Go for the McDonald's ones. Ronald, now let you down.
Alright, so just remind them about the social media, where they can get the t-shirts from, and your social media, give them the details.
Yeah.
Before we enter the last couple, where I'm gonna run two rhythm.
Yeah.
And Tuggawar gonna spit two lyric.
Cool, man. Big up everybody right now. Check out the latest album For Days Again. It's on iTunes, it's on Spotify, it's everywhere. Follow me on the Instagram. If you're not following me on the Instagram, you might as well come off of Instagram because I'm the most entertaining thing on Instagram. Ask anyone, they will tell you that. Tuggawar. To purchase the GSYM t-shirt, it comes with a free copy of my album on hard copy, a CD. It comes with a free CD. This t-shirt, GSYM, with a copy of my For Days Again album, £15. Postage and packaging paid for. So just all you gotta do is pay the money via the PayPal link. Is on my Instagram profile. And also at GSYM_merch. That's GSYM_merch. Also, you can holler at Big Troops, BIGTROOPS. Slum Life in the building. Big up Richie as well. Gang. Udama Ramprid. Simia says so. Check out the t-shirt. Everyone's got it. We've sold about 1,500 copies already. And we've got the new batch coming in. So they're all around the world. They're wearing this t-shirt right now. It's the maddest t-shirt in the world. It's a meaning, it's a way of life, it's an expression. And even some people who are not, you gotta have a bit of heart to even put one of these on, you know? This shows you what you're about. You gotta be brave to put on one of these t-shirts. This ain't for the light-hearted. If you're light-hearted, you won't be able to buy one of these t-shirts. You get me? Yeah, so just check out the new album. Follow me on the Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, same thing, Tuggawar. You done know. And the new album, the new project. Big up Chameleon. You see me? Big up Chameleon. Big up AT also. Got a new single dropping with him off of his new EP coming out soon as well. So yeah, we got the new Free the Hard Way. And let me tell you the special thing about this project called it's 3 albums in one. I'm dropping 3 albums in one, and because I'm doing this, because I just dropped my anniversary album For Days Again, which is it is like a part 2 of the For Days album. And I want to keep my fans, I want to show my fans I'm totally up to date. I want to show my fans because I'm very versatile. There's a hip hop side to Tuggy. There's a grime side to Tuggy. There's a trap side to Tuggy. There's a dancehall side to Tuggy. And I've got fans for every single side to Tuggy. And I've decided with this project to please all fans by dropping all of it. So it's 3 albums in one. It's going to be 3 albums. And the cover's going to be designed
full
by
albums. How we're talking about full albums? Yeah.
yeah, and the cover's going to be designed by SV Designs.
I mean, big designer around town.
Big designer around
man.
town, and he had the design I got. It's 3 albums. It's gonna be one design. It's 3 different colors. So you got the hip hop edition, dancehall edition, and trap grime edition.
Man.
So it's the same cover, 3 different covers. You can buy all 3 of them at time and support the issue and try to make me rich, please.
So how many tracks per album?
Well, we're not gonna overdo it. The hip hop will be about 10 tracks per album. So we're talking about 10, 12, about 30 tracks. Around 30 tracks, so 10 tracks an album. You get me? It's light work, we do this. And look out for my brother's mixtape, The Battlefield, Big Troops. We say around Christmas time troops. Yeah, around the Christmas season for the Battlefield mixtape. That's fire, trust me. That's fire, trust me. That's fire, trust me. That's fire, trust me. That's fire, trust me.